Hello everybody, I'm Andy Pruitt and you're watching the newest version of CCSD Insights, News and Notes. And today we're talking about early childhood education with our Executive Director of Early Childhood School Readiness Programs, Kim Foxworth. Kim, there's a lot of exciting things happening in this field, in this area for our school district, but just to kind of generally talk about early childhood education, it is vital. It's vital because kids need to know how to be ready to learn when they enter the classroom, but also they need to have a foundation before they start their progress through our system. In your words, how critical is early childhood education?
Early childhood is a fundamental part of a person's life. 90% of a child's brain, your brain, our brain, is formed by the time the child is 5 years old. Think about all the experiences that we have between 0 and 5. All those experiences help us be ready to learn. In addition to experiences, we want to make sure by the time they enter kindergarten, not only are they ready to learn, they want to learn. So across the county, you're going to see early childhood teachers having fun instilling that love of learning.
And there's major initiatives on the way to increase what we're doing. But before we get into that, I want to give a little background about you. You're new to this position, not new to Charleston County School District. So can you kind of briefly explain some of the work you have already done here, will do, but also some of the other work you've done to kind of set you up for where you're at now?
Sure. Andy, I'm a career early childhood educator. Currently, as you said, I'm the Executive Director of School Readiness, Early Childhood School Readiness Programs here in Charleston County. And in that role, I am fortunate to be able to lead 3 programs, the CD 4K program, Early Head Start, and Head Start. And in that role, we're all working together to make sure our kids enter kindergarten ready to go. Also, I have the fortunate opportunity to work with all the departments and schools to make sure not only are kids ready for kindergarten, that our students are meeting the first grade readiness standards. So before I came to Charleston County, I had the opportunity to work in Charlotte-Mecklenburg. I was a teacher, I was an early childhood educator leading a variety of early childhood initiatives for the Charlotte-Mecklenburg School District. In addition, I've worked in the Tri-County as a Director of Education for Tri-United Way, where their education programs and projects were all focused on kindergarten readiness.
So you're ready to go, right?
I'm ready.
And we currently offer a lot of educational opportunities you just hinted at for young children, early Head Start, pre-K, or also known as child development. Okay. But efforts are in place now to basically bolster all of these programs. First, with the Mary Ford Early Childhood and Family Engagement Center. This is a mission critical action item that was passed by the board back in November. What will be different about this program when it opens in August of 2020 compared to what is already in place at Mary Ford and across the district?
There's exciting things happening in Mary Ford right now. Currently, the school is an elementary school and it serves children 4K or CD through 5th grade. Also on that campus is a program called Child and Family Development Center, and that houses our early Head Start and Head Start classrooms. In August of 2020, we're going to bring together the CD 4K classrooms from Shakora and Mary Ford, along with bringing all the Head Start and early Head Start classrooms that are at the former CFDC under one program. We're going to be serving children 0 through kindergarten under one roof. And it's going to be very exciting that we're going to all be able to focus the resources on that age group.
So let's get a little more detail about what's going to be happening at Mary Ford when it comes to staffing, programming, maybe even physical change, about maybe some of the things that have already taken place and what we're looking at as far as how it's going to change and be ready for August 2020.
Sure. So first, let's talk about the staffing. So all the staff is going to be early childhood certified. We're going to have teacher assistants in every room, and our support staff is going to be hired or selected so they provide all the support necessary for early childhood students. In terms of our curriculum, we're going to be doing a comprehensive curriculum that meets the needs of the whole child. We're going to have some curriculum supplements to make sure that the numeracy and the phonological awareness standards are taught. But most importantly, we're going to make sure it's grounded in play, because research tells us that young children learn best through play. You know, one thing we want to talk about is also the kind of physical changes, as you mentioned. There's a lot of great things happening to Mary Ford. We're going to be upgrading classroom furniture to make sure it's all early childhood appropriate. We're going to be doing some construction to the front office to make sure the waiting room is welcoming and secure for students, staff, and families. We're also going to be looking at the cafeteria and media center. We want to make sure those spaces are age appropriate for pre-K and kindergarten students. And we're also doing some renovations in the classrooms that are going to be holding our Head Start and Head Start site. So there's construction and new things happening, and I can't wait until August.
You also touched on the curriculum. Creative curriculum, the most current version, is going to be in place at Mary Ford. Can you go into more detail about how that will set us up, not just at Mary Ford, but as we move forward to really expand these early childhood learning opportunities across the district?
We're very fortunate in Charleston that we have a lot of early childhood programs, but what we're going to be doing at Mary Ford is really I want to say piloting, testing out the most up-to-date version with all the resources of the creative curriculum. What we want to do is have that, but also make sure we're providing the phonologic awareness supports and numeracy supports to make sure our kids meet those first grade readiness benchmarks. And through doing this implementation, we're also going to touch base with our administrators and teachers, and obviously we're going to be looking at student data to make sure that this curriculum meets the needs of our program. This will help us decide how our professional development will roll out to the other classrooms across the district.
So this is obviously a big change for the community, but it is a good one. Mary Ford and Shakora aren't losing something. Instead, those two attendance zones, the north area, and ultimately the district are gaining something extremely positive, right?
We're very fortunate to be able to have a lot of community partners in the Mary Ford Shakora area, and they're all helping us work. We're working together to work with families and community members to make sure that what happens at Mary Ford is the best for young children. We're not going to have to worry about, like other schools, things that need to do for 4K and then 5th grade. We're really going to hone in and be able to make sure everything we do is in the name of the young child, from 0 to 5th. We're going to provide that comprehensive early childhood continuum in one space, like we do in some other schools in the district.
Another important component of this entire initiative is accountability, and it's accountability through accreditation. There was a presentation made to the Board of Trustees back in January about this topic, but could you also describe why it's so important that this program at Mary Ford receives accreditation?
So the National Association for the Education of Young Children, NAEYC, is a national early childhood organization. They accredit high-quality, effective early childhood programs across the country. In order to ensure that not only is CCSD meeting local and state standards, but national standards, we were going to pursue that NAEYC accreditation. Currently, we have one NAEYC accredited site, and that's Laurel Hill Primary, but we want to make sure that's the standard that we have at all of our sites moving forward. So we're going to start that process at Mary Ford.
Now, we're focusing on Mary Ford, but really the creation of this specific Early Childhood and Family Engagement Center is the foundation for something bigger. The goal is to have more centers and to really strengthen and bolster the entire programming when it comes to early Head Start, and childhood development in the district, correct?
Right. So Mary Ford is just one piece of a comprehensive redesign that we've been working on for the last 7 or 8 months. There's been a project team that has examined the current practices and curricula that is being offered in our current early childhood classrooms to make sure that we're doing everything's put in place to make sure our students are ready for 1st grade. In addition, we're looking at how we're offering these programs. So that is why we're considering having other early childhood centers like Mary Ford and other parts of our district and the county. But we have to make sure we get it right at Mary Ford first.
That's a great point, Kim, and it's a great point to close out on. Thank you so much for talking about this. We look forward to seeing how the work progresses. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this version of CCSD Insights News and Notes. We look forward to seeing you next time.